Hello, my name is Sophie Russell and I want to talk to you today about how to use the Harvard referencing generator on Daymap in your assignments at school. Now, as you can see, I've got open a report which I've kind of just put together to illustrate my point, and since a lot of students at Brighton Secondary don't understand the historical significance of where their house names have come from, Buffalo, Signet, Rapid and Holdfast, I thought I'd do a bit of a research report on that too as my template today. So as you can see, I've actually used Google Doc, but Microsoft Word also allows you to use the report templates, which generate table of contents for you and so on. I've got an introduction here. Brighton Secondary School, located in North Brighton, South Australia, has 4 student house teams named Buffalo, Signet, Holdfast and Rapid, and so on. And then I've gone into more research, South Australia's first fleet, Holdfast. Now I want to skip past Holdfast to talk a bit about Buffalo. So I want to talk about the research process here a little bit. Now, I've Googled Buffalo, South Australia, and I've got a few websites which I thought were good. But I do want to talk firstly about Wikipedia. So, obviously, there will be teachers that will say don't use Wikipedia, and at university level especially, it's not recommended. And there's a few reasons for that. It's not a standalone source to be using, basically. It's great because it's often the first point of call, though. So if you Google something, Wikipedia will often be the first choice. And even as teachers, we do this and we read the Wikipedia page. It's a good starting point. But obviously you need to keep in mind it's an open source encyclopedia. Yes, it's free to use, but anyone can write or edit the information. If someone writes false information, it will stay there until somebody notices and then revises the text. But like I said, it is a good starting point. And if you want to use the information in Wikipedia, just look for another source to verify that to be true. But one of the best things about it is if you scroll down to the end, there is always a heading called References and External Links. And this is where Wikipedia got their information. And if we click on this external link, it will take me to this website, which is actually a website I found on my own. Oh, see, I've got that open on the pin. So we know that Wikipedia's information is actually going to be pretty accurate on this, because that's a South Australian State Library website. So let's get to the referencing. We're on the Brighton homepage here. We're going to scroll down, looking on the right here. We're going to go to the Harvard referencing generator. You're given 3 choices. There's junior bibliography, middle school and senior. I am going to ask you to only use the senior bibliography because it has an added feature that is really important for high level referencing. So I want to show you what that is. Now, the 2 sources of information that I'm going to be using today, the 2 websites that are good, I'm going to use Bound for South Australia and this one here, Pioneers and Settlers Bound for South Australia. Let's go back to here. So they are both websites, and both of those websites have authors. So I'm going to scroll down to website, go to website with author, and this is the added feature here. It's in-text citation examples. Now, I'm hoping that the students watching this may have heard of in-text citations or in-text referencing. This is when you don't just put, slap your websites and sources at the end of the bibliography. This is when you actually reference which website you got each part of information with as you go in your research and in your writing in the report. And this gives 2 examples of how to reference in text. Okay, so I'm going to put one of these in. Okay, so I'm going to use the information on this page. As you can see, I'm going to show you my research here. So I've put a heading of my source, Bound for Essay, and I've dot pointed the key words from this page, and so that when I go to write it in my own words, I don't use that wording, I don't plagiarize, I'm actually using my own words. And if I click over to the other website that I'm using, you would have noticed that I've also done a heading for that as well. the source, SLSA, and I've done further dot points on that. So let's put in a reference. I'm going to start with bound for essay. Let's go to our bibliography. Now we know the author down here. Information compiled by Bob Sexton, so that is who I'm putting here. Family name, Sexton. First name is Bob. The last update, let's go back and have a look. It's usually down at the bottom. There we go, 2011. The title of the article, let's go look, is Buffalo. The name of the sponsor, it's actually compiled by History SA, and History SA, if I click on that, would take me here. And down the bottom of the History SA website is an agency of the Government of South Australia. So that's what I'm going to write in there. It gives me that. Date accessed is already there for me. And then we've just got to put the actual website itself in. So I'm going to copy this and put it down here, paste, and then create citation, and it's given it to me here, so I need to copy this to paste into my bibliography, but I've actually called it a reference list on my report. A reference list is what it's often called at university level. Okay, now we know if we go back to this, it tells us how to in-text. So to reference this website throughout the research, throughout my own words, I need to put Sexton and then the year in brackets, which is 2011, or just Sexton 2011 in brackets. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to my Buffalo. Now the dot points I've collected. Okay, so I'm going to, the Buffalo, I'm going to use my dot points. The Bound for Essay website was, okay, originally named the Hindustan. It was built in India in 1813 and sold to the Navy that same year. Alright, I'm going to pause there. I'm not going to write my whole thing because I don't have time for that. But as my in-text, as we know, I need to do the last name and then the year. Okay? That is ethical research. Now if I then go on to continue this using the information that I've used from the other website, so let's do that. It was a three-mast ship and departed England for South Australia on the 11th of July 1836. Alright, now I'm going to reference this source. Okay, so let's go here. Now if we go down the bottom, it tells us that this was done by Diane Cummings, last updated 2015. So I'm just going to, let's copy the website. We can go back here. We'll just go over what we've done. Diane. Last update was 2015. The title of the article is Pioneers and Settlers Bound South Australia, HMS Buffalo. Let's get that. Copy that. Put it in here. Paste. Look up there. And the sponsor is, I think, go down the bottom. I'm actually not sure, but I'm just going to put the State Library of South Australia because that's where all the information has come from. Okay, create citation. Copy. Paste it here. Okay. And I'm going to go back up to my information and I'm going to reference Diane 2015. Okay. So as you can see, I'm writing it in my own words, I'm referencing it as I go. Perfect. A few little things. So this is our reference list. Now it has to be in alphabetical order, so I'm going to use my Google Doc add-on, which is sorted paragraphs A to Z, and it's going to arrange that alphabetically for me. Okay, so hopefully you've learned something good about referencing today. Just remember the Daymap Harvard referencer, and you can choose your source and put it in. It will help you. It does everything for you. It's brilliant. Okay, thank you. Bye.